On Wednesday, we spoke about Parasaurolophus, Herrerasaurus, and Gore. And today, we're covering everything else. Strap yourselves in because this is a big video. We'll be talking about the diet system and carnivore mechanics, human assets, sound design, and a little bit about some other dinosaur news, specifically Troodon and Beipi. So much to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. But other than that, let's dive into the video. Firstly, let's talk about some Update 6 stuff with diets and carnivore mechanics to talk about. Firstly, let's talk about that diet system that I've been alluding to in the intro. Felipe has implemented new items to the diet system, which include fiddlehead, dulse, rusella, papaya, jackfruit, cashews, banana, and Brazil nuts. These new food items will spawn in specific areas of the map depending on their main biome. There are new interactable characters that are coming to Update 6 as well. These are two different types of flies. You have flies that will appear around corpses and bees. Juveniles can eat the bees and will provide a nice delicious snack. However, adults will be stung by them and probably won't be able to eat them. Now, switching from the diet system to carnivores now, let's talk about a new mechanic. This is the thrash mechanic, or the body corpse shake mechanic. Essentially, you'll be able to thrash at a corpse, I'm pretty sure, or perhaps tear chunks off of it. However, we don't know too much about this just yet because the developers said they aren't going to be talking about it too much just yet. They don't want to reveal too much. So from what I can assume from the name, it's basically a way to tear chunks off of bodies and specific organs, maybe, to kind of get into those areas where you need to get those organs and stuff like that. I'm going to assume it's like that because that seems like a decent idea and a foundation to build off of. Anyways, let's now move into sound design. Wedge has spoken about some things that he was working on the month prior and said was going to finish this month, and he's already gone and finished them. So Wedge has finalized some ambient sounds that they have been working on for the last month and this month. This has refined the atmosphere for clear days in the coastal plains and coastal areas and the plains as well. There's also the instance of cave ambient sounds, which will be added to the new map once that is ready. Essentially, all the ambient stuff that Wedge spoke about in the previous dev blog that he was trying to finish in this month, he has finished in this month, which is great news. Additionally, there are some other stuff as well. Changes to ensure all animals have a vocal call for their idle and or movement animations has been made, and attenuations were created for them so they can be heard at range to help players locate the sounds properly, which is great because before you'd hear a sound and you won't really know where it was and you'd kind of be stuck going, was that far away or was that really close to me? Or is it behind me? I don't even know. You know, you'll be stuck in that kind of thought process. Wedge has also added the sound of fly swarms around the spawn of rotten corpses and created several different sounds for bees as well. For the bulk of sound design, that doesn't go into dinosaur news. That's that. And obviously, at the end, we'll be talking about dinosaur news. So if you want to skip right there, I recommend you go to that timestamp. Anyways, now let's go into the human assets. Well, you can't spell assets without ass. And I don't know why I'm introing it like that, but I have done it. So we're going to stick with that and we're going to roll with it. Now we're talking about human assets. The first one is a military PDA, which will be used by the humans to interact with the world and use in the game as well. These are like little iPads in a sense, but not exactly an iPad. It's an interactable screen, which I have a feeling could be used to interact with certain things. Maybe some doors have password locks and you have to put it on this screen, type in a password, and then you go in. Or this could be something where you could activate and turn on the trail cameras to see what dinosaurs are doing and have a watch from there. Or maybe you could use drones from this. I know that isn't something that's planned for the game, but that would be a really cool idea where you could use it that way. Next up, we have a boring old stool. And that's it. It's got 5 legs, it has a seat, and it can go up and down by the looks of it because it's got that little lever. It doesn't look too comfy, but it's a stool, and it's going to come with 5 different variations, which are small variations, but they're variations nevertheless. Next up, we have a radio system which may have a function in the game. Now, the devs say it may have a specific interactability in the game, however, they do say may, and they put that into quotation marks because, well, insinuating that they are not too sure yet if that's the case. So we'll have to wait and see there with how that one goes. Finally, we have the important part of human future building systems, and that's a portable generator. Yes, you heard it here straight. Future human building system, or building system. It looks like it's something you'll be needing energy for. Maybe this is crafting items or building guns or stuff like that. I'm not actually too sure what you can build in a game like this, but you'd need a generator to be able to produce that electricity to use some of the items that you'll be using to construct stuff. And that's that for the human items. Let me know what you think about them. I really like that military PDA. I am intrigued on how it's going to be, and I'm intrigued about this future building system for the game for humans and why that portable generator will be useful. Anyways, the part you've all been waiting for, the leftover dinosaur news. Now this is a really small section and we're just going to cut right into it. Firstly, with Troodon, Felipe basically said that Troodon has been getting some more development over the last month. It has had some improvements to its venom pounce mechanic to significantly increase its visual smoothness. And that is that for Troodon. Now for Beipi, this all comes from Wedge. He's been focusing the last part of the month on Beipi. Wedge was focusing on making sure its underwater and land calls could only be heard in their specific context. So the underwater calls underwater and the above land calls above land. Then focused on making sure they were the right pitch and volume as well. Additionally, there have been some Foley sound created for Beipi with new sound effects, including the sound effects for the webbed feet, footsteps, claw swipes, and jaw snaps. Additionally, Wedge has also been working on supplementary vocals for Beipi as well. The sounds for all attacks and pain animations are either complete or almost complete, which means that by the end of next month, they will probably all be completed. And there we have it. That is the dinosaur news. It was really quick. I just wanted to rattle through it because there isn't really much in this video because it's all in the other video. So if you want to see everything dinosaur from the recent dev blog, check out Wednesday's video. So once I finished making this video, we had so much more stuff dropped on us, so let's start talking about some map stuff. We have some showcases of the Gateway, which is a brand new map that's coming to the game. Firstly, we have a showcase of the beach with a lot of rocks, a hill in the background, some palm trees, some bushes, and of course, the water as well on the beach. Then after that, we get a second shot of the beach as well, which showcases more of the bushes, more of the palm trees, more of the hill. It's basically another angle. You can technically see where the first picture was taken in the background, because that looks like that bay area it was taken in. You can see some walkways to get around some areas, and you can see that, you know, it's a nice beach from a grassland. Moving on from that, we have the dam, which looks absolutely huge and very, very impressive. This is a marvel of human technology, of course, and it's there to just mean business. I wonder if you'll be able to like set the water output on the dam and maybe flood the bottom area. That would be really interesting as a human, and that would be very, very, you know, catastrophic if that happens. Anyways, you can see a jungle in the background. It's very similar to the standard Evrima map, just more dramatic by the looks of it. More hills, more mountains. It looks like this one's going to be a harder map to traverse. And finally, you know what, I'm really glad I didn't upload this video or schedule it to upload because it's allowed me to remake it. We have the Dilophosaurus model showcase. Now, we did have a Dilophosaurus model showcase in the past, so it looks like this maybe is a new one and a remake of it. And by the way, this guy is one hairy looking boy. It's got some quills on its back of the head, on its chin, on its back, and they look really weird. It definitely looks like this dinosaur is built to be more menacing. You can see it's actually designed around that recent study that made the dinosaur look bigger. The head crest is a lot bigger. The mouth is a lot more detailed and a lot more crooked. And yeah, it's a very nice, up-to-date model. I don't know what you guys think about the quills. The quills to me are quite interesting and just obviously quite weird. But I mean, that's nature in its sense. But yeah, this model looks so much better than the previous one. I love the bigger head crest. I love the detail on it. And I cannot wait for this dinosaur to hopefully one day be in the game soon. Let me know what your thoughts are about this Dilophosaurus model. We had 2 extra stuff drop on us, the map stuff from the gateway, and of course this Dilophosaurus model. So yeah, it's a nice little treat back from that dev blog. And there we have it, everybody. Let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. A lot of cool news from the Isle of Evrima recently and from this dev blog. I understand that the last couple of weeks has been slow, so I hope this is enough to give you guys a bit of news, and hopefully we'll be getting back into a weekly The Isle News video. Let's hope, because it hasn't been that case for a little while. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about all of this news, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.